Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back in Santa Monica for more ECS action. Some sight of the pier there. Our office is not far from the pier. You could probably see it in that first aerial shot. It is just around the corner, just a few blocks away. It's nice. There's a pretty deep beach, man. It goes on forever, all the way down to Venice, where all the loud people are, the skateboarders and music and other crazy things happening. The basketballers, Muscle Beach. Muscle Beach is under renovation. The gym at Muscle Beach.
Really, the Venice,
Yeah.
the proper Muscle Beach. Oh,
Yeah, that potato gym is finally getting some upgrades,
Potato gym.
which is nice because it's pretty beat down in there. But
Have you ever been
That's
on
the
the pier?
charm.
there we go.
Have you guys been on the pier?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've only been once. That was when Pokemon Go came out.
You only been here once.
There's a lot of good Pokemon out there.
And you
Oh,
used
yeah.
to live here as well, right?
Yeah, I lived here for like a year. Yeah.
Man, Rachel Quirico, she would love. She's like the biggest Pokemon fan
Yeah,
ever. She
I'm
made
sure
me
she's
catch
been
a
out there.
Pokemon once.
Yeah.
I'm not a Pokemon person.
Yeah.
I don't do anything with Pokemon, but she made me catch a Pokemon at Pokemon Go. I don't even know what kind of Pokemon it was.
It's probably like a Rattata or something.
And that was one of my one. Although when we were in Malaysia for one of the Asian miners, there was
Cool,
like a whole
Lumpur.
riverside thing, and there were like 200 people, just a swarm like of bees, just
Just looking
running
at
around getting Pokemons. Yeah, it was quite interesting. I think you can still see that in some countries as well, like in Asia,
Yeah,
especially.
I think it's pretty big. There's
big,
like a Harry Potter one too now.
Really, what do you catch in Harry Potter?
I don't know.
I've never watched or
Wizards?
read Harry
Spells?
Potter. I've never done anything
Catching
Harry
wizards?
Potter.
That's a
So
good
I've
question.
absolutely no idea. But enough about Harry Potter and Pokemon. It's time to catch ourselves some Counter-Strike action. We've got more Brazilians to come today, as well as some North Americans. Let's have a look at the bracket and see what exactly is going down in Santa Monica downtown. MiBR versus ATK is at the top side of the bracket. MiBR having beaten X-Luminosity, who have now disbanded 2-0. Phelps left the team, and now the team has dissolved, which I think was needed.
I'm happy.
So am I.
What does ATK stand for?
Attack? I don't know.
All the
kings.
killers?
All the kings.
All
All the kings would be really sick. Like a way to have the 4 kings, but without
Yeah.
copyright. INTZ versus ATK. INTZ lost 2-0. Sharks, an up-and-coming Brazilian team, beat the Quest, not a tribe called Quest. They'll be playing tomorrow versus Cloud9, who beat Singularity 2-1. We observed that earlier on, and today's match indeed is MiBR, made mostly in Brazil, versus ATK. ATK, a team of players like OC, MOTM, which has to be man of the match. Surely.
Don't you forget Floppy.
Floppy.
It
I
could be
haven't
Man
seen
on
too
the
much
Moon.
of Floppy's play, to be honest with you. I've heard the name, but I haven't really seen him play it.
You guys just gotta keep an eye on this game.
What have you got to say about him?
He's so good. He's incredible. His aim is really good. He always puts up numbers when they play. So
Okay.
I know he's gonna put up numbers. Sonic's really good too on their team. He was
Is
on
this
Envy
a
for a little
stable
bit.
roster?
Yeah, I think they like just formed it not long ago.
Okay.
Singularity like broke apart obviously, and Sonic got cut from Envy and they picked him up. They could be Man on the Moon, you know, like Kid Cudi.
Oh,
Or it could
okay.
be
Man
Man
on
of
the
the
Moon, like Omega watches.
Yeah,
Man on the Moon.
wonder which one it is.
I watched this like crazy Australian watch guy, and he's like, I think it might be bipolar or something. He's nuts, but he's always screaming into, like, he has certain things about certain watches, like when he says relax, he always goes like roll and just screams it into the camera. And with the Man on the Moon, he always calls it Man on the effing Moon. You know, Australians like to f-bomb. It's hysterical. So it reminds me of him.
What does he do with watches other than just yell at them?
He's just a guy who's been on YouTube for like 10 years, has like not many viewers, and he just likes luxury things like those square Louis Vuitton cases and
I feel like
things.
it's not a good sign that you can't like describe what he does.
Well, what does he do? He just talks about watches.
It's all he does.
People send in the pictures of their
Yeah.
watch collection and send him like $50 or something, and he reviews it. And he basically says that most watches are crap, but he calls them, well, it's a swear word, but there's lots of swear words. But he just goes in on people. But it's absolutely hysterical. It's pretty funny, to be honest. But enough about that. We have Counter-Strike action to come. So indeed, this is going to be an interesting one. I like seeing the up-and-coming teams. We don't see them as much as we used to. I think, you know, there were previous seasons or years of the FACEIT League where we saw like Oceanic Counter-Strike when Sponge was playing on Vox and they were battling with Immunity, and we were doing things in various regions. We were doing the Star Series stuff as well. So we're kind of seeing everything. But there's so much more Counter-Strike now, even than there was before, because there's so much more opportunity, so much more organizations. So it's hard to keep up with everything, but it's always nice to see a team, to see players who may end up in other places in the future, or maybe they'll stick together and kind of come up like United were doing until that imploded.
I think these guys, though, these are like the FPLers that are just grinding all the time, trying to like be up high in the rankings and get picked up by a good team. That's who these guys are.
So are they? Is ATK, are they like not with an organization?
I think ATK, no, ATK is
or
an
is ATK an
organization.
organization?
They're an
But
organization.
it's not a big bucks organization.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay,
it's not.
they need to prove themselves for now. All right, well, let's get into the Veto then and see where these games will be played. Overpass, one of my favorite maps. Love to see that. Dust 2, second map, and then Vertigo. This is going to be a fun one. I'm hoping for 3 maps here. Not often we say that.
Too. Yeah.
But I'm really interested. I'm really stimulated by what people are doing on Vertigo, as we're all still learning what can be done on the map and how things are developing. But Overpass is where we start. What kind of matchup do you think ATK are for MiBR?
Ooh, on Overpass, I'm not sure. I mean, Fur's obviously going to be aggressive towards A. He's literally been doing that for a long time, and he's actually found a lot of success again doing it. It's weird. It like came back around full circle. I think he was struggling with it at one point. Now he's succeeding a lot. It's going to be on the Oppers at the A side on Overpass. Like, is OC going to have a good game? He's very hit or miss whenever I watch him, to be honest.
Okay.
He's like more of a support opper. I feel like he's very fast, but he is also always thinking about setting his teammates up.
Yeah.
Which is like a good and bad thing. It's not really someone that's going to take over the game.
What were you going to say before that?
Fallen also, isn't it?
No, before I ask you a question, I think you were going to mention something about a map or something.
Oh yeah, we saw MiBR play Dust 2 and Vertigo yesterday. They look very good on those maps.
Yeah.
So
this will be a juicy one. Okay, well, I think it's predictions time. I have to pick with MiBR. My boy KNG, I want to see him do well. So I'm going to pick MiBR. Once I tweeted months ago, put KNG in MiBR.
Yeah.
Purely because that's what they wanted. That's what the team wanted. And, you know, Noah was like, he's never going to be back in MiBR or under my wing, basically, because of all the nonsense on social media. But for me, I just want to see Counter-Strike, man.
Who do you want him to replace? Was it Coldzera?
I don't care. I want what the team wants.
Yeah.
I want a team to be able to have what they want.
Sure.
So that's I just want to see people playing without limitations put in by outside forces, you know. So I just don't want to see people being blocked because of crap that doesn't really matter.
You want the players to have full control.
Not like crazy full control.
Sure.
But you know, if they want a player and they are not going to be allowed that player because of some nonsense drama, I don't want that.
True.
Because I haven't got time for that. I just want to see the best possible Counter-Strike. If they and he's a really strong player. I also think he's a strong personality, and we could do with more strong personalities.
I think him and Lucas are excellent personalities to have on that team.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't have added better personalities. And obviously KNG is super.
And I think having a strong personality coming into a team where they've achieved so much is help. Because if you're meek, nothing changes.
Yeah.
So I think he's the right guy to go on the team.
I think also Coldzera going out is probably good too, because that's a big personality. That's someone that's going to have so much authority and say so as to what happens. So if you want to rejuvenate that lineup, you need to get rid of someone that's like that. And it's either probably either him or Fallen, I guess, right? Because you get rid of Fallen.
That's the problem. Is they had They had two big personalities, which is good, but they clashed, right? Like, they weren't working together. So you have to get rid of one of them.
You can't get rid of Fallen because he kind of built modern Brazilian Counter-Strike, if you will, with like Gamers Academy and so on. He's like the Jesus model, but of Counter-Strike.
It's funny because I almost want to draw comparisons between him and Zeus, but you can't really because he's Sliggy.
Okay, explain yourself.
I'm not falling for this again, Sliggy.
I like the underdogs, new lineup, they're feeling good, and honestly, I don't think MiBR look that good at the moment.
Are you going to trust somebody who only knows 2 smokes?
Literally, he convinced us to pick Luminosity yesterday, and they disbanded today.
That's a fantastic point. He should open the church at this point, though. He knows how to dupe the masses. So get the church going, 10% of your salary.
I'm going to go with Sliggy.
I'm going to go with ATK as well.
After what you said, what's wrong?
It can't
with
be wrong
people?
twice in a row, right?
I got to go with my boy Floppy, man. He's so good.
Oh, I'm so disappointed, man.
I like rooting for these up-and-coming players. I don't know. I'm just drawn to root for these teams.
You made me a T-shirt, which you're wearing, so I'm not too mad at you, but I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed.
I'm disappointed. This is Bizarro Worlds, but hey, man, you guys have stability with me, so
But have
get
ATK
in there for Dan.
Have they been boot camping though? That's really important.
Yeah, can you find out, Connor? Let us know the boot camp status.
That must mean that he's really confident in his pick. It's not even boot camping, so
Floppy tweeted earlier today that he spilled Starbucks on his mousepad. So there's
Ooh.
that.
Okay. All right. What kind of mousepad was it though? Was it like?
If it was like a hard pad, it just looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's probably cloth. Otherwise,
Lock it in, man. Lock it in. Lock in
hybrid?
ATK for Dan. Come on.
A cloth hybrid, maybe. Those aren't affected as much. No, I said ATK. I said earlier.
Yeah,
with ATK.
I know. I'm trying to get in there. There we go. We got there in a bit. All right, let's see what the people. I'm sure. Okay, Brazilians, I need you. Help me out here. I've got a room full of idiots. I need some help to make things. There we go. Thank you. We've got some reasonable statistics now. A man of the people, me and Brazil for MiBR, and anybody who's sensible. Doesn't mean they're definitely going to win, but you have to pick them, I think.
No, I actually think they're favored. I picked ATK because, you know, they're like up-and-coming players. I like rooting for stuff like that.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. We enjoyed the up-and-coming days of United before their roster got trashed and they just became a random mixed team. Although I think they maybe there's some hope to be had there with the new roster, but it's very we're a long ways away from the old roster. Some are even playing different games at this point.
I picked them because Siggy picked them.
Yes.
You're such a sheep.
That is this. I don't know what to say. I know, Dan. So
I mean, you know 2 smokes.
It's not too much of a surprise.
But he's level 10 on FACEIT, James. You know, 100 smokes, you're level 2.
Oh, you've been throwing so much shade at him. He's level 10.
Yeah. The thing is, right? I'm telling you, man. We've had some. Look, yeah. We've had some games recently, and all I'm saying is, some people should be taking my rank, and I should be taking their rank. Not Connor though. He's been beasting. He's been beasting. Connor and Eamon did a
okay, so not Connor and not Eamon. So there's like one guy left.
No. Counter-Strike has a party of 5 people, Dan. I don't know.
Yeah,
if you
but you've been playing with random.
We've been playing with a few different people, sometimes randoms. But look.
So the guy that's not the random.
It's a travesty.
You wouldn't pick the random here.
It's a travesty. No. That's
who's boosted, James?
We need to research.
What I'm saying is,
it's
a travesty that I'm level 2. It's a travesty. More and more people are tuning into my stream. Actually, who was it? Somebody hosted me yesterday. I had like 500 viewers.
You know who tuned into your stream last night? Me, James. I said something and you didn't even know I was in there. I was just a ghost to you.
And you don't even care about your viewers.
I was playing. Well, no, the thing is, I read his message, but not his username.
So you don't care about your viewers?
Because I was busy doing the KZ. Someone taught me to pre-strafing yesterday. It was amazing. But I was pre-strafing. Basically, if you just like run and try to jump from one thing to another, right?
Yeah.
Your maximum speed is 250.
Oh, you're saying you turn straight into
it.
But
if you're like doing like forward and right, you can go beyond 250 to like 275 or something.
Tell me you didn't just figure that out yesterday.
Because that's a circle jump, which is that's
how you used to be able to get on the red rock.
Pre-strafing, man. Yeah.
We call that circle jumping.
I didn't know.
In
I
Quake.
had to be taught. Someone had to teach me. So
if you play Quake, James, you will learn that in 2001.
Here I am. I'm a player, but I don't use mouse wheel to jump. I use spacebar.
Me too.
That is true.
Wait, I know more than 2 smokes.
Wait, you use spacebar?
Yeah, man, I'm hardcore. I'm a spacebar.
No wonder you were committing that bunny hopping earlier.
Spacebar, boys. Yeah.
Well,
stuck to the ground.
I use both. I only use it for bunny hopping in CS, but I use spacebar for everything else. If I'm going to bunny hop, I just use the mouse wheel. Everything else is spacebar.
I can't be bothered to use the mouse wheel, but I've seen some people, you know that mouse bug where you click mouse 1 and it does a mouse wheel command?
Yeah,
I don't want any part of that in my life.
That's not fun when that
I can't do it. We've got the pinnacle statistics, the odds rather, not statistics, but these are reasonable.
Yeah.
These are reasonable. I like the chance they're giving ATK here. A lot more reasonable than the panel. They've gone all in, but I'm interested. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I can't wait to bear witness.
So how does that work? So if you bet on MiBR, you get 1.5 times whatever you bet. So,
Yeah.
Like if I bet $100, I get 150.
I believe so. Because there are 2 types of odds depending on your country. Because we use fractions in the UK. But anyway, here we go. MiBR on a CT side.
Ooh, a molly. Where's that going? Barrel? Must.
Might not be going anywhere if he gets taken down. Okay, here goes the push into the B-bomb site. All the nades taking water control. It's not actually looking too bad here. The bomb's down on the ground though. That's not good, but the trades are in. Fur lurks. He waits. He's got that decoy as well. and he is not going to be able to find this bomb before it goes down. Now he knows. Good kill, but the bomb is ticking away. It's all up to the headshots as always on these pistols. Ooh. KNG taking down Sonic. Ian Hardy looking for those headshots, and he will get taken down. Close one.
That was sick, because they had the crossfire set up where MOTM was going to swing the second that guy spawned, shot a bullet, but KNG just one-shot him. So then he didn't know what to do. And he was stuck in a 1-on-2 and got just traded out.
What's he going to do? Is it supposed to be one man of the match or something? Man of the match? What is this supposed to stand for?
Yeah, I don't know. Are we supposed to call him like MOTM, Motum?
Madam. We just call him Ian Hardy.
Madam.
Ian Hardy.
Oh, 3 Kriegs on the second round. What?
That's actually, this is that situation that you were talking about. What if they lose this round and give away all the Kriegs? That would suck.
It's not fair. They literally have a better buy after losing pistol. I guess 2 other players don't have head armor. That's kind of lame, but... Although KNG has an op. Like, what is happening this round?
Yeah, I guess did he full save and just get kills in the previous round?
Is that what he did?
I'm not sure.
He must have, right?
He had armor. Okay.
Oh, he had armor.
Interesting.
So he just carried his armor over. That's how he has that half armor.
Wow. Pretty epic. And he'll get the opening kill as well. They probably weren't expecting to see an AWP.
T's are going to save pistol for Krieg, and CTs are going to save pistol for an AWP. That's going to be our second round.
I wonder if there's a world where if ATK don't get anything going in the next 20 seconds if they just try to abandon this. They don't have any utility left, but a single smoke. I'm really fearing for them here in this position.
Yeah, this is a tough kill.
Oh,
wow.
How do you even win that one? KNG with a response though. KNG's a huge issue here. There's no utility on MiBR, so that's actually a plus for ATK. There's a forward flashbang to try to get fallen into some kind of a position. Maybe there's a way to save this. JT will make his play forwards. It's a nice headshot on Lucas to trades there though, and then they are just trading one by one. Can't trade very well into the AWP here. Now Taco is going to gain some ground, drop the bomber, and KNG finishes it off with another 3K. Oh, of course you got 3 in the pistol, so you got $900 from that. Oh, and they won by defuse as well, so it's 3,500 plus 900. Okay, so they would have $50 to spare to buy the AWP, right?
Yeah. Also,
by keeping the Kevlar.
I mean, the unfortunate thing right there that happened for ATK is they did those Krieg drops, and the last 2 players remaining had no armor at all. So, like, that's definitely not a situation you want your last players to have, to be in. You know, no armor late round.
And only 1 Krieg was collected, actually. Oh.
That's an ace.
Do you remember when those aces would make it into frag movies?
Yeah.
To be fair, like, back in the old days when you had frag movies, it would be like there'd be so few events that would happen.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
have a
gonna
frag
say.
movie. Like, that was for like that was actually like a big moment.
Yeah.
You know. Even though it was easier to win those rounds because the ecos were so bad in the old days of 1.6.
We'd even get them in like slow motion to like that epic Evanescence music.
Yeah.
Watching.
Yeah, tournament frags. If it was a tournament frag and it looked cool, it's going in the movie.
I actually like rewatched MiBR frag movie from like 2004.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the frags were so bad. It was so bad. It was nothing like what I remembered it.
Hey man, I bet most of them were playing with just like 100 hertz polling rate on their mouse or something. With ball mice.
Kogu and all those boys back in the day.
So here we go. The rotation for ATK. They've not really done that much towards A. They have thrown some nades, but that's basically it.
It's so weird seeing Fallen not be an offer at the A-bomb site.
Yeah, it is strange.
I talked about it pre-game. I didn't even think about KNG popping A.
And here comes the walk into the B-bomb site. Looks like it's actually surprised MiBR. Taco trying to wrap around the back. He's going to take down one. The damage has been done to JT as well, but this might be kind of awkward. KNG, though, he's likely good for a frag. There's actually good connection onto OC. There goes the incendiary. They're definitely going to be looking. They have 3 players left, so it shouldn't be possible for Fer to surprise them because the OC holds this angle. And it is. ATK pick up their first round. But the money's pretty good for MiBR, so they can buy up here.
They're definitely going to be buying here. Lucas is probably going to drop an AWP. Yeah. There it is. Lucas is such a good team player. Whenever I watch him play, he always like sacrifices for the team.
Yeah, I think KNG is definitely a great addition. I think for me, Lucas was the most important addition to the team. But we'll see how things develop. They've got great players. It's going to make those players work. KNG's having a lot of impact so far. It's unfortunate for Sonic. And you see people connect those more often these days. Nice pick. He's going to be forcing his way into an equalizing situation at least. Taco able to pick up the M4, so looking to investigate. This is such critical information. You as a T side, you don't expect that CTs have taken sewers already. You're hoping that your presence on sewers is still good for a while longer. And this causes movement towards that A site a little bit. Perfect lurking here from Sonic, though.
Sonic's making huge plays this round.
This is such a smart lurk. It's gonna get killed Fallen though. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Taco, good position, but he is unable to hold that one. Fallen now dropping the smoke. They have to consider going through that.
45 seconds left.
They're not gonna go for it. Now it's gonna be a little bit easier here for MiBR. Nice defense from Fallen. Can fall back now. He's got the cover of the AWP. They know they can just play the time here as the push comes into the site. Allow KNG to get some shots off, and there's one. And now it's up to OC. He's just too much to work with at this point, or too little to work with at this point. Oh, such a shame. Sonic's lurk was so smart. Maybe it's not over just yet. 18 seconds to go. OC trying to do what he can. 3 health. And I don't know. There's a lot of missed shots going on. There we go. Finally he's taken down. And then MiBR holds. I felt like that was such a... This was so cool from Sonic.
Yeah, he was a really good play. Both of those lurks are so well timed.
Especially given that Taco had a super fast clear on sewers.
Yeah.
So MiBR, they don't suspect much tapping towards B in that timing. So they're probably thinking that it's going to be an A round at that point. If Sonic gets that kill, I'm sure that they win the round.
You think he's looking forward to the Sonic film?
Is there a Sonic film coming out?
Evidently. Apparently it's being redone because he had like human teeth and people are outraged.
Are they doing that thing where it's going to be like a live action thing with like CGI and...
I'm not sure.
Be like actual actors and stuff. There seems to be a lot of those coming.
The Detective Pikachu one or whatever?
Yeah, like that, for example.
I didn't see that.
You didn't?
Sonic brand is weird because it's just not quite Mario, is it?
No. Budget Mario.
I feel like a Sonic movie, no matter who you target, it's going to be hard to make good. Regardless of like the age range. It's just a tad rough, I think.
What you could do is you could just make it really dark and gritty, and then that would save it. Because that's the thing, like you could age it with the audience, the original audience.
How do you do a dark and edgy movie about a hedgehog?
Dude, you can find a way, man.
Sonic dies.
About a hedgehog?
I mean, James, you should be the first to figure it out. You know, you're talking about prison all the time.
Yeah, but it's a hedgehog.
James, do you remember the bad guy from Sonic?
Robotnik.
Ooh, good pull.
Robotnik.
Floating around in a Kinder Egg.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Fer has stabilized this round for his team. And he's got himself almost an ace. So Lucas steals the last one. I thought Fer got that one, but he didn't. But he will keep the round clean, and there's no bomb plant. Excuse me. Very nice hold. They lined up for him towards the end. Big fan of Fur. This knife is becoming a lot more popular.
Yeah, we've seen that.
It's everywhere now.
We've seen that in every game.
Yeah.
What do you think is the least popular knife?
The least popular knife? Probably the gut knife.
We saw that though earlier.
We did.
Snatchy saw had that one.
Gut knife was the first knife I
Bowie
opened.
knife.
Gut
No
knife
one
water.
has a Bowie knife.
I have Bowie.
Bowie, is that how you say it? Bowie or Bowie? How do you say it?
I
I don't even know.
I say Bowie, but David Bowie, so I don't know. The Bowie is an amazing animation, especially if you're pressing QQ a lot. But the way it just like flies in the air and you grab it is amazing. So that's my perma CT knife because it's my stat track knife.
Good
Floppy, is he going to look for the second engagement? No, he'll close the door politely and Lucas will be unable to respond. ATK trying to pressure the A bomb site now, looking for denial of information. But this divider position is always tricky, especially when it gets smoked off. Lucas has one more smoke, however. He's making his way through connector. If he continues, he might see the bomb.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's on the close right, though. Is he going to turn the corner? Yes, and
Did you even see it, though?
it's got to be on the radar.
Has to be.
There we go.
Oh, my.
What a punish. You want to run a slow default? Well, I got the bomb now, so good luck.
Show some presence. He doesn't necessarily need to defend from this position either. Because I feel like with so little time on the clock, if you make your way back to the bomb site, they pretty much have to race in there and it's free. However, he will get 2 kills through a smoke, and now MOTM is alone in the toilets. He can't win the round. He can save the AWP. Unless Taco looks to hunt, but the money's pretty low for MiBR, so they may have to accept the losses here and not risk some more.
So did Lucas get in there through sewer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, through connector.
But Floppy came up connector. Remember, he got that kill. He opened the door, got the kill, shut the door.
But
went
Lucas
up
was
the
in
stairs.
short B. He was in short B. He was also in short B looking at the monster tunnel while that happened.
So he opened the door back up and pushed through.
He must have.
What a play.
It's a really good punish against like a really slow rounds.
It's very high risk though.
Super high risk.
But I like it. I mean, they were in a position where if that play works out, you win the rounds. You just like auto win the rounds.
Yeah. And
So
if it doesn't work out, you can rotate all your players to B immediately before they get there.
Yeah. It's like what, there's like 35 seconds on the clock when you got up there, so yeah, time plays a large part. Whether it's a good play or not, or it can play a large part. ATK going towards A, and there's not too much going on there for now, just Fur by the tree.
A lot of dashes after and before names in this server right now. What's that all about?
Partly FACEIT usernames, I believe.
Okay.
But Floppy's, yeah, he's got a lot of dashes going on. Still makes me miss the hyphen equals bracket on either side. The good old days. There's another rifle to be collected. KNG now looking for a jump peek. There it is, but I think he strafed just before firing the shot. Common habit for snipers. 40 seconds. Now, I think in most cases, ATK want to die in this round for the lost bonus.
Coming up sandbag.
Yeah, there's a wide swing, but the trade needs to be there. It is for Floppy. Another rifle can be collected, and it's Lucas's turn to thin the numbers. It's a great shot for Floppy, but he moves too far, and MOTM has the angle, and he'll take out Taco as well. Suddenly, it was KNG versus 2. He spots part of the dome. That's a huge headshot for him. Bomb's about to be planted. Picks up an AK. 16 bullets should be enough. No need to reload. Smoke to create some space, but he should have an idea where JT's gone, down to 17 HP. An unlikely round for ATK, considering how it started, but somehow they've made it through to B and planted a bomb and won the round.
Yeah, really nice shot by JT to open it up on Fur. And then well played in the last one-on-one. The MOTM double up frags. And I think the idea to run 5 through sandbag, I mean, you could see Taco was ready. He had the smoke prime for Monster. If they would have went Monster, that would not have worked. So whoever made that call, that was a really good call.
Well, we get a force buy from MiBR, and I'm wondering about it, because I think they could have full board if they would have saved, I think. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it wouldn't have been good enough for them to be happy. So they will go for force buy. And ATK, they're vulnerable right now because their money's not great. They lost everyone but JT last round. Flashbang for Fer to go aggressive. Ooh, a little bit late to that one. The trade comes through. But it's these early round kills that could really make these pistols do a lot of damage or potentially win this round. Maybe guns to be collected there, but look how fast this reaction is from ATK. Just straight away towards B, and there's 2 players on the other end of this. This could be dangerous. To get up to a bomb site, they need to get the bomb down, and then they'll be okay. Should be a fine. It's just Taco with a 5-7 on this site. He can't do anything, I don't think. What a shot from Fallen, though.
Oh, that G will do about 1 damage.
Oh my god.
There's another one. Well, he's made it winnable for KNG now. Well, the bomb's not been planted, so he can continue to close the distance. Stops the sound cues. OT looking towards short, focusing towards short.
Oh my god.
No armor. It's brutal if this bomb goes down.
Oh, he hasn't spotted him in time. That is a big opportunity lost. Looking around the other side, and oh, that could have been everything, but it might end up being nothing. Sees both players now, and it's too late. Didn't spot the player in time.
You see how ATK played that 1-on-2 right there? How OC peeked after he saw him, and then Sonic peeked out wide alone. That's something you wouldn't see if you like watched a Liquid or Astralis. Like the lack of coordination in that 1-on-2. KNG could have definitely won that just now.
Yeah, they have
like,
protocols.
100% they could have won that. It's just their communication's better, and they've been burned so many times that they'd be like, okay, you hold right side pillar, and if he peeks, we both swing left, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's really simple stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, protocols.
But instead, they just like both were just, we're gonna fight, which is fine too. Different styles.
Well, there's not too much for MiBR here. They did loads of damage last round, obviously, so maybe if they can get another couple kills, they'll be happy. Keep that pressure on the economy. And there's a spot for MOTM. So
Man,
not really
that
too
has to
much
feel
to...
so good. Just having those come into you
Yeah.
through Krieg.
Cut them to pieces.
Thank you, I'll take those stats.
Do you remember ribbon cables?
What do you mean?
PC components.
Yeah.
I hated ribbon cables.
Okay.
So, I thought you were going
Because
to
if they
that.
broke or something, you're just screwed, aren't you? It's just such a delicate, ridiculous item. Because I was thinking the Krieg cuts people to ribbons, and then I was thinking of ribbon cables.
That was a bit of a struggle.
You knew if anything came with a printer cable, you knew you were in for a bad time. It's going to be hard to set up and annoying. Such as around like this when you only got a few deagles.
So when you could put RAM in backwards and then short the motherboard and then kill all your components.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did that.
I didn't do that, but you could. It was possible to do.
I think I shorted my motherboard on the first PCI build, which was a long time ago, by not rising it off of the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Didn't know that that was a thing.
I remember doing that, but I didn't short the motherboard. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
Like the motherboard's so usable afterwards.
I remember I was like so happy. I was like, oh, I'm building my first computer. Like it's gonna be so good. And it just didn't work. Okay.
When I worked in IT, I put my hand on the motherboard of an uninterruptible power supply. I took the case off. I can't remember why, and I turned it on and electrocuted myself. And then I had like blood boils on my fingers, and I had to go to hospital, and they inspected me for exit wounds.
Wow.
Which there were none.
That's like your superhero origin story. Like,
Yeah.
Peter
Then I
Parker
became
got bit by
Raiden.
a radioactive spider.
Then you almost cut off your hands with a drone.
You like dropped a PC on your foot and like, electrocuted yourself, and now you became Bardolph.
Yeah. All right, well, MiBR are back on the buy. Taco's got the French gun out. Utility is limited. KNG with the 1 AWP boosted in a short B position. His position has been revealed. Now what do ATK choose to do? KNG could rotate. He could take a different position on the B bomb site. Sonic, is that a South African flag? Must be. That name looks very South African to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's not one of the Bravado players, is he?
Yeah, he was. He was the one that got away.
Oh, okay.
Envious.
A few people tried to poach that team, right?
Yeah, Envy took him. I always forget they're not called Envious anymore. Envy.
What happened to Detroni?
I don't know.
He was a Quake player.
Oh, was
He's
he?
a really, really good Quake player, yeah.
Did not know that.
quick one player as well.
ATK have the short B control. They've tried to punish KNG for his repeak. Somehow KNG is still alive. He shouldn't be at this point, and that's a problem for ATK. Starting to clear the toilets now. While Floppy looks for a potential flank. Of course, one has come already, so that's interesting in that flank, you do it once, but maybe it limits ATK's default because they have to worry about their backs. Ooh. That is a smoke you don't see too often, but maybe ATK having a read that there's an opportunity here. Through the smoke, they'll find a kill. Taco quietly moving to the other side, surviving with 4 HP. 20 seconds now as ATK continue to pursue this B bomb site.
Oh my god, they didn't clear it. 4 HP.
Oh no. Hate to see that, don't you? 4
do.
HP. Wins a round. Well done, Taco. I mean, he nails the famine spray at least, didn't with anything here. Wow.
You've got to check your right corner.
Only 9 bullets.
4 HP, 9 bullets. Full blind. 2 people run by him.
Check your mirrors, check your corners.
Okay, well, MiBR looking to start to stabilize again. Flash over the top of Fallen's peak. A lot of players going very fast towards Fountain. Fallen's going to be careful, and there's the back facing him. MTM goes down. Fallen might surely have more. There's the shadow warning. Picks up another one. Another trade is late, and somehow Floppy survives. I don't know about that peak, but he survives.
Did Fallen miss it?
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, he missed the shot.
Sonic gets his bell rung, finished off through the wall, and it's absolute decimation around the map.
That round did not look good.
It's crazy, when Fallen was backpedaling like that, I was a little bit nervous for him, but he was so calm the entire time and knew the exact timings of everything.
That looked like it was, the shot was on. He must be moving still or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, how did Floppy just live? I wasn't paying attention during the replay, to be honest. So.
It was near the left. I'm not sure if it was like near the arm, but I don't know if it was off or if he was strafing, or if it was just inaccuracy.
It's definitely a desperate situation when you're peeking into Fallen like that. You're basically just praying that he'll miss.
Yeah.
And that's almost never going to happen. So, yeah, that's a bad look. Oh, what an angle!
You know what's a treat? If you ever see Fallen streaming, and he's DMing with the op.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. He's so fast. He's just like whipping everywhere.
Yeah, DM is so good for that with the AWP. You're going to feel the battle sniper style. You need to do it. So those of you who are in DM saying, so stupid, why are you using an AWP? In DM, try it, and then you might learn why.
Unless you're not an AWP.
Yeah, but you can still learn why if you try it. Or if you see how hard it is, if you're not an AWP, then you'll learn why.
Oh my god, first position, what? Is he going
He
to
definitely
look?
hears them.
See, there we go. Ooh, Floppy's very lucky to be alive there. The double up of Fallen and KNG. It's not fun, is it? Not fun to be up against this. They're struggling to get towards the bomb sites. They're just walking into the AWPs. KNG waiting for the perfect moment. And he might just get it, or maybe it'll be denied to him. OC forced around the corner. He'll actually flick onto KNG, but he's in a corner with that AWP. He's scoped in, and that's not going to work out for him. MiBR 9, ATK are stuck on 4, and don't know that we'll get any more from them because it's not looking too inspired. Some of these rounds, it just feels like they're just running.
Yeah, it seems like they're missing a lot of pieces of utility, right? Like
yeah.
It seems like the ops are just getting a lot of shots, and they're not having to reposition too much. And that's never going to end well on Overpass. There's so many angles that the operators can just back up into.
DK needed a boot camp, but maybe.
The Eagles are out. Ball's being blown off. And there's a response from Lucas. Not a fan of the shouting in connector. Please keep your voices down. Lining up around the playground for will repeak with the scope, no less, but OC will wide swing him and pop him in the head. So that's created some space for ATK. They don't know how much just yet, but no one is really towards A apart from on the site now. But Lucas sees one of the final players there will get taken up by Taco, so all that space is for Naut unless OC can land some more headshots. With this AUG, he's being chased, it seems. And that's another brief anti-eco round for MiBR. Last chance saloon in the first half for ATK to make it to 5 rounds.
Okay. ATK, they haven't had much luck on the T side, but if they can at least somehow eke out this last one, they'll have something to work with for that second half. So that's a big ask. As far as we've seen from our MiBR, we have no reason to doubt the double AWP setup that's been working so very well for them. Both Fallen and KNG have caused all sorts of problems. Different approach here from MiBR though, Fer alone towards Fountain actually right now at the beginning, and his teammates will mostly be towards B, so looks like they were expecting a B rush, and you can't blame them because ATK, they've found so little success. A B rush is a good call right now for ATK, but doesn't look like they'll be going for that. Look how MiBR builds out of the 4-man stack onto the B-bomb site. They take some information towards sewers, which allows them to rotate players back towards A, if necessary.
And what's cool to see is Fallen is always sitting on a smoke grenade until late round. So late round, it becomes extremely difficult to hit the B-bomb site.
Fer again. How much can he get here? Shadow warning, but he can't hit the shot. Oh dear.
Oh my.
There's a smoke from KNG to divide it. He looks to take control of long. He's going to have to go battle sniper himself. Misses the first shot. There's the punish. Looking pretty good here for ATK, but they've got Fallen to deal with.
JT falling off. One more to deal with in long. Taco's timing is perfect. This will run distraction, but the crouch peek is attempted by Sonic, but he still goes straight into Fallen's crosshairs. His reticle. Floppy now 1 versus 2, 20 seconds. He has the bomb, but really wants to get a frag before he tries to plant the bomb. But nothing doing, and now his timing gets worse. The Molotov near default as well. This might not work out for him. Is it going to spread? Maybe not this time, but the bullet certainly will. Goes around the corner, and that's where he will lie. Fallen will get the final frag of the round. And it will be 11 for MiBR at halftime. 2 to 4 of ATK on the T side. A tough first half for them. Will it get better in the second half? You'll find out after the break.
but I am glad to be here. Up and down, around and back again. Year after year. Nobody's gonna save me. Nobody but myself. So I better get to it. Money don't mean shit. All that matters is what I leave behind. Money don't mean shit. All that matters is what I leave behind.
I like your shoes, Sean.
Ah, thank you. Custom made?
What?
Custom made them on the Nike app.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll have to look at them when we're on camera. But for now, it's the second half. We've got updated odds from Pinnacle Esports. 7.33 for ATK. It is... it's been a tough first half. Sometimes relief can be had on the CT side, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. They're up against a very strong team of MiBR players. And they will start with a creep. Wild off strat, okay, on T-pistol of Overpass. 3 people hide outside Monster, and 2 people rush towards A, with a flashbang towards Fountain immediately, and then just rush all the way towards A to try and pull rotation. Fairly often, somebody walks through Monster, gets popped by the 3 guys out there, and they rush into B and plant the bomb.
I feel like in pro teams, though, no one would push through Monster.
Look, man, I want to see it in a pro match. Until I see it fail, it's going to succeed. MiBR are on the A bomb site now. It doesn't depend on a push through Monster. I'm just saying it often happens. But anyway, ATK now on the attack. 2 headshots from JT to kick things off. They've got a defuse kill on JT as well. There's no smoke grenades, so they may need to clear these toilets. Floppy is going to team kill Sonic. That's an accident. An unhappy accident. And now Fur is alone, so perhaps there is a chance. We've got the initial angle from Floppy. Big headshots from him. 3 for the 2 on JT. And there is a 5th round on the board for ATK.
Everyone's dying from Floppy's USB. This was really big by JT, though, coming up, getting that first kill on Lucas. And the second one, he has no armor. That's kind of crazy. Thought he would get aim punched and fragged by that truck player.
Alrighty then. Both teams have won the CT pistol. Can ATK win the consecutive rounds? Because we've got a force bite. Taco is the raid boss. He's been given a Krieg. And he has a lot of utility along with some of his teammates. With digression from ATK. They won't bother with the smoke in the front of the toilet. I'll have first swing with the AK-47 in instead. He's got Fallen's AK. And Fallen's been given a scout. The AK Asimov. I haven't bothered to get one of these. Doesn't really go with my red and blue themes.
I have so much faith that Fur is going to get a frag right now. Just feel it.
These are very sprayable panels, but sometimes somebody can be standing on top of the bench. You don't really see them sprayed in pro matches. In an example like this, Fur is partly using the element of surprise, so he doesn't wish to spray, but where there's they're not trying to hide it. You used to see more spray action. Man of the match is tagged on long. No, he's dead. I don't know for sure it's man of the match, but I'm from the UK, football and so on. I'm saying man of the match. 5 versus 4. Fallen, who's being teased. The candy is swinging from left to right, but he just can't grab the lollipop.
Sound cues. All the sound cues here for OC. Oh, this is really a hard spot. No one checking for this. Unreal. Trade comes through, though, and it's still a man advantage for MiBR. Sonic being sprayed. Other side, high flash for him to try to peek with. There it goes. He sees the players, goes for the peek, fires the headshot. There's more to be done, though, and it's up to Floppy. Do they know where he's coming from? They should have a good guess. No, Fur looking the wrong way. 5 seconds to go. Got to go for the frag here now. Fallen. Floppy, can you chase him down? Oh, great fadeaway headshot from Floppy. And that will be the round for ATK. But skin of their teeth.
Flopzilla.
Got some drugs, James?
You asking me for drugs?
Got drugs in
I'm
here.
not your dealer, Sean. I am holding some Advil, yes. I'm not sure if I'm dehydrated or if I have a headache. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Wait, what? Not sure if you have a headache. Do you have a headache?
Well, there's like a normal headache and there's a dehydration headache.
Okay.
Where the solution is hydration and water and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, very cool. They rebought again.
Nice. Flick down to 4.
Those are the fights you take with Krieg.
Yeah. Look at this push from Sonic. This is definitely going to be catching off at least one player if they decide to retake Monster. But he's going to hit the running Sonic. This is so much information. Oh my god, his entire team could just sit on the A-bomb site now. And he's got that late lurk.
Well, there's no one in short B, which can be a concern.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever when you're on this flank and they come through the connector. They all go B.
This time he's going to be fortunate. He's going to hit a good timing with this as well.
Are we going to get blessed with a knife?
You think he can get a knife here?
Oh, he could definitely get a knife here. It's just whether he's going to give it to us or not.
He just goes for it straight away. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I don't think he needed to pull the trigger like that straight away.
Yeah.
I think you've got to look for two.
I mean,
you need to close this, especially with an MP9.
He's so fast.
Yeah, you got to close the distance immediately for popping heads, but he'll get traded by JT. 35 seconds for the remainder of MiBR, KNG and Fallen. Surely there's an upgrade in rifle for Fallen. He's still moving around with the scout, hoping for somebody to peek him. Oh, he saw a little, hoping for more, but his time is going to be wasted. He's carrying the bomb as well. Okay, there's a rifle right in front of him, but who knows how many bullets are in the current magazine. 10 seconds now, and he's looking for a shot. He knows someone's there, and KNG will go down for free. Fallen desperately trying to do something, going for damage. Didn't pick up the rifle, didn't want to reveal his position. That's like a horrible turn of events for Fallen, because he spots the player just moving into his vision. He's waiting for him to move into his vision a bit more, but the player moves over towards truck, and then he never sees him, and it just kills all the time. If he never saw him at all, maybe they move faster, but there we go.
MiBR is really squandering away this lead right now with these force buys.
Yeah.
It's it's a dangerous game they're playing. Has better team so far.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want to do it if you are indeed a better team.
Ooh, the smoke molly combos. You see that? The two mollies connected. Smoke there.
I did not see that, but that is a very contained smoke. MiBR now moving into striking distance on the B bomb site. Tracers punished by Floppy. This boost is great because Lucas can stand, and there's no jumping required to expose your position. You're just straight into the action, jiggling, but he will jump anyway. The greed for information will cost him to fall. There's a bomb lost as well. So I mean, MiBR getting dried out like beef jerky in this game. In this round, rather. Not really achieving much of anything.
In KNG we trust? No. So no damage done in terms of removing guns or Kevlar from ATK. And ATK have a great start now on this to the second half. Oh, it's only been 4. It's T rounds 1 in this total overpass so far.
Look at the bank they have now. They can just get blown out this round and still buy comfortably.
Okay, then let's see what MiBR have to offer if they can change those statistics.
Ooh, the same push.
Okay, so we've got the grenades over the wall. MiBR know how to deal with a Molotov in this position.
Oh
this might be a different issue. However, they'll take the best of it. ATK left with 3. Trying to take the game away from MiBR, and perhaps that was the best idea, knowing they're probably coming into this on the back foot at a disadvantage versus what should be a stronger team.
Okay, so if I'm ATK, I rewatch this, and the third guy should be throwing flashes in the sky behind as MOTM peaks that angle. So that way, those guys are all blind.
Yes, throw flashes behind, not in front.
The third guy wasn't supporting.
Now Floppy's alone with the MP9. Bomb's made its way to the bomb site. We've got Lucas on a very late lurk slash kind of hunting as well. Doesn't feel it's urgent to make his way towards the site. And Floppy will try to hold on to what he can. He's carrying almost $5,000 of equipment, so definitely worth him trying to hold on to this.
That push was so crazy. Like, I don't think I've seen a team actually go that committed for a push like that. Obviously, they seem to want to smoke off that position and just really just shut it down. A lot of teams play it more conservatively, where they'll throw those nades and try to take either like a player on the bench or something. Maybe there's a support player watching them coming out of the other side of playground from party, something like that, or having someone long. But like that level of commitment, you don't see too often. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but the problem is if they were actually a team like MiBR, and MiBR did that, the next event, someone would just see them and be like, oh, they have 3 people rushing A, let's just take B and 5-on-2 these guys as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And then just scrim into the B bomb site. So, I don't know, it's one of those things that only works because they don't have a lot of footage on them.
Yeah, very rarely. Once every 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Molly towards party. There's a pop flash, which is very common for MiBR, but this is not the result that you expect. When you see a CT team throw the molly on T ramp and the Ts have to smoke it, they can't see if somebody makes it to party, so seems like MiBR will throw the pop flash from roughly where Fallen is for that play, but MO2M wasn't very blind. Not the expected result, but they're in a 4 versus 2 and they have a chance to stabilize now. ATK. KNG by the party, Fallen with the bomb in connector with the AK-47.
It's really exciting how active ATK is across the map. They're being really aggressive. Sonic over at the B site, MOTM over at the A site. They're all over the place in these rounds.
I'm liking it. I feel like we lost the levels of aggression that are possible on Overpass. Because when it actually, MiBR as SK, they first innovated that style and showed how aggressive you can be on the CT side and how dominating it, how strong it can be. And they kind of dropped off, I think, in the last year or so, the levels of aggression. But you're right, they are like constantly trying to be super active.
I think in rounds like this, well, no, in situations like this right now, this is where I would like to see Fallen with the AWP, because I feel like he best knows how to find a way back into a round such as this, although maybe I'm mistaken because KNG's got a frag, but with 6 seconds on the clock, surely they're not going for this. Seems that they are. He's holding the angle towards the truck. Ozzy's missed his shot, but there is help to deal with the bomb plant, and now KNG's just hoping and praying, and he is going to somehow survive that. I thought he was done for, but here we are.
What if they're like 200 IQ boosted? That way they could see his head. That would have been so sick.
Yeah, I think we've seen Fallen be a can opener in these situations, but maybe we'll see that from KNG as well. Somehow surviving with the AWP. I can't believe he's still in this.
Maybe we should buff the decoy. Continuing to buff something.
How would you buff it? How do you buff a decoy?
I know it turns into like a player model when you throw it down or something. Just like a little, like a inflatable T or CT shooting like a version of your gun, which is balloon-like. I don't know.
Why don't you email Valve and see if you get a response on that one?
Sean seems to like it.
You might have more traction than I do with the map, so who knows? I
That'd
certainly hope you don't know.
That'd probably be the thing that gets in the game, so. Please don't email.
ATK now 3 rounds behind. MiBR with a more traditional setup. Being very careful now. Interesting boost from them. Team Liquid like to boost on the slide to look towards party.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool boost.
Yeah.
It's a really nice one, for sure. Especially if you're doing slower defaults.
Yeah, I am surprised more teams don't use decoys as like fake smokes. Avant-Garde did it at
You
the
used to do it.
major. I'm sorry?
Didn't you have like a, was it Train you guys used to like throw 3?
Train and Mirage too. Basically you just get all the counter utility out of them and then just do whatever you would normally do. You could do a default or you could re-exec.
Get all the mollies out of the way. Sonic and JT remain 2 versus 2 on the A bomb site because we've got a lurker in Taco. 20 seconds left. He needs to get something working. No one in connector. Lucas has been dropped, so he needs to make his way over. KNG needs help urgently. Switches out for an AK-47. 13 seconds on the clock again. Another late round from MiBR. Big snap from KNG. And there's some clutch for the boy. 12 HP left. That's enough. Gets his AWP back as well. And it's 13 for MiBR. Only their second of the half.
They're really letting the time of these rounds go down to the last second. If either of those players on ATK grab a kill,
it's over, right?
Struggle.
Yeah, this is old MiBR like the, sorry, new MiBR like the old MiBR.
Yeah.
Slow ass rounds, down to the wire.
The reason why going slow on Overpass is so nice is because typically the CTs have a setup where they only have eyes on one thing. Like, they only have eyes on, say, like, the locker area of the bathrooms and the planters. So that means they have eyes towards long A. Or they're doing, like, a heavy bathroom setup, and they don't have too much eyes on long A. And just waiting makes a third player come to the A bomb site from B. So, like, you don't even really need to do anything most of the times, because most pro teams don't play 1-1. Like,
yeah, you just spread yourself too thin.
Yeah,
To
you
cover
spread yourself
everything.
too thin. So just waiting makes a third player come in.
Smoke towards the balcony. Intentions have been telegraphed. Sonic trying to block as much as he can. The Smoke's trying to create some gaps for a team to play with. The fast fire rate of the MP9 will at least trade. Sonic sees the player close through the smoke. Some spam, some warning shots. 4 versus 4 retake to be attempted. There are flashes for the CTs, as well as the smoke on OT, but retake with the scout might not be ideal, but he's in the right position.
The chance as a forward flashbang for Floppy. That's a nice kill to get. One more to go for OC. That's a beautiful headshot, and all of a sudden there was only 2 here for MiBR for trying to do what he can from below. He's doing a great job. The double, the triple. One more player to go. It's KNG holding it down with the orb. It's perfect. The perfect player with the perfect gun in the 1v1, and ATK will concede that one. 14 now for MiBR, and it's going to be a difficult situation to come back into this for ATK. They gave it a good go here, though. Opening kills are really nice.
They're definitely in a rough spot now. And do you save and give them 15? Guess so.
Okay then, it is a long, hard road for ATK from this point on. Another pop flash play set up, this time there are 2. Jump throw, one would presume. When does it go? How long do you hold on for? Now, surely. There it comes first, expecting it. Faces the wall immediately. Sees the CT's not committing. Wow, he's swinging. Probably a flashbang.
So smart.
Easily dealt with. Very aware. Lots of experience. That's what experience is for. Drilled these situations multiple times.
I don't know what they were waiting for, because it seems like the flash goes beyond the player that's close.
Yeah.
If they're waiting for contact, it feels like it's always going to go past the guy that they'll contact with.
Yeah, it's almost like they expect the guy to peek behind the fountain.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that guy would get blind? Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I was unsure about that. Either way, your last chance still in here for Overpass for ATK. KNG looking over the smoke.
Oh, that's a little frustrating. Team nade.
Oh, there's a teammate.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, that's the worst. And loads of people are going A, throw grenade, it just goes, teammate strafes, hits their back, and just a massive fail. There's a man advantage for MiBR. 2 players taken out very early is fantastic for them. MOTM holds his position on long. He's not supposed to even try and trade that, but in the meantime, the B bomb site has been open for business. ATK haven't seen the bomb itself just yet. It is rotating on its way towards Monster. There's plenty of utility for MiBR to use on this B bomb site as well. Smokes for the balcony, but not before peaks, it seems.
Smokes down, OC. As long as they don't peek him, he can't really do anything. Has to go. Oh no. Well, that's it. That's a wrap. 69. ATK can't do anything as soon as MiBR got rolling, and that will be an easy first map for them. It's going to be tough to get into this series, but ATK do have Dust 2 to look forward to.
I mean, that opening pistol, he had so many important rounds in this match. Like, I forgot about that opening pistol where he one-shot that guy CT spawn. Like, without that shot, likely the guy swings ramp, hits the opening pistol. And we saw like all these clutches that are about to come up in the second half. So many pivotal plays coming out of him, which is good to see, right? Because I think people question whether Fallen would be able to settle into that rotator role and how KNG would adapt. Looked really good so far today.
Yeah, some early tests for MiBR, still building, I'm sure. Plays in different roles, lots to learn when you change position. How to develop their options. KNG with a rifle, that was a really nice first shot.
Yeah, this team definitely has some legs. It's going to take maybe another month, maybe another 2 months for them to really get going maybe, but feels like it has a lot of promise.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah. I'm thinking into next year to see how they look.
Oh, next year.
Yeah.
It's a long time, James.
I know it is, but
You get that kind of time.
maybe they need it, man. Well, it depends on like the end of the calendar is not necessarily like the beginning of the calendar.
Yeah.
So bearing that in mind and holiday periods and so on, I'm interested to see them in like going into January and February. But anyway, that's the first map out of the way. We will not have to wait that long to see them because after the break, it will be map 2, which is Dust 2. We'll see you back here in a few minutes.